Hello YouTube. Well, you've probably sat through about 2.5 hours-ish of demonstrations and tutorials in how to get a machine out of the dumpster and install Linux on it. And you're probably asking, well, exactly why am I doing this? Well, this is a bit of a buy-in video to just keep you hooked on why you're doing this. So this is a buy-in video. We are going to install Linux from scratch again on this machine. We have a clock over here so you can see in real time what's going on, even though the majority of this installation video is going to be sped up. In order to run this installation, we are connected to the home network, which is pulling down from a 7 megabits per second maximum broadband connection. So we already have our installation, our operating system on a USB drive ready to go, and we already have the scripts which will install the applications on another USB stick, so at the due point we can actually put that in. Right, so we're going to start up and we're going to ask for F12 so that we boot from the flash drive rather than the hard drive. I'm going to talk you once again through the installation because it's going to ask us the questions, all the traditional stuff. We're just going to go through the install process. We're going to black the hard drive. We're currently just gone 10 past 11 according to that clock. It's not actually 11:30, it's a lot later, but there you go. I'm just looking at the camera as well because at some point I'm going to have to lock this in. Tick-tock goes the clock. So I'm going to talk you through the various options that we're going to go for. As you can see, even the live CD has the sound card network. It's got all the drivers in. You can talk with all the major hardware. We are English. We are going to download the updates while we're installing, and we're going to download the third-party software. So basically we're going to give this the max. This is 12.04, which is the latest long-term support release. We are going to erase Ubuntu and reinstall. That's the hard drive. We're going to tell it to go on that one. This is going to get ready. We're in London. Yes, it knows where we are. English UK, continue. We're going to give a name and the usual test this demo password. We're going to require the password to log on. I'm not going to go for encryption on this one, and we're going to continue. And right, there it goes, copying the files and installing the system. Okay, here we go. First installation done. It's sorted itself out. Now we're going to do the various bits and pieces from the scripts from the USB key. Now the reason we're going to do them now rather than after we've messed around with the screen is because one of the applications we're installing will also install the GNOME toolbars that we're going to use. Now as you can see, it's already brought up the USB key. We're just going to go into the area where I've actually got the setup file, which is in there. You can make this just a text file, anything. We're just going to open it with a text editor, as you've seen in the previous videos. We're just going to bring up a terminal. I'm going to start putting things in. I'm going to miss out the fonts because I'm going to show you that as a separate section. We haven't covered that yet. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of some of the applications I don't want. In order to do this, we're still hooked up to the internet. This will get rid of some of the stuff, like K address book, evolution. I don't tend to use that. Transmission, Kmail, they're going. Stuff that comes with a standard installation that I'm not particularly fond of. Those will go in a moment. Right. The next thing I'm going to do is, if you'll notice, we're going to switch the location of the. I know that's another one. That's the overlay scroll bars. There's another one to actually shift stuff to the left to right. Take care of that later. Now we've got the large bulk of packages to install, and we're just going to let it install all of those. Right, the majority of the packages are now installed. That gives us the GNOME panel. So what I'm going to do is sudo apt-get install Lubuntu. Asking for the password again. Oh, sorry, Lubuntu-desktop. My apologies, I forgot that one. Yes, we're going to use that space. So we're going to install the Lubuntu desktop, reboot the machine, and then we're going to do the usual, which is make sure that we're in Lubuntu for the session, and then we're going to uninstall the Ubuntu desktop, and then we're going to make the change to the configuration file to enable the GNOME bars. So keep watching, because this is going to go hopefully in the blink of an eye, I hope. One of the other things to note is, even though I'm going to put the sudo commands that I've used here in the hoo-ha bar for you, if there's any particular packages that you like or you hate, you can always add them to those commands when you put them in a text file, so that next time you use them, it goes a little step further to getting the installation that you want out of your system. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's been less than an hour, and we've taken this from a full-scale, complete reinstallation from scratch to having the majority of our applications on here, and we've transferred over to the GNOME bars on Lubuntu. As you can see, we've got a lot of stuff here, accessories, usual stuff, all the standard Penguin games. For graphics, we have the strong 3D open source renderer Blender. On top of Digicam, we have Camerama webcam viewer. Digicam, by the way, is the equivalent of what is it with Photoshop? The browsing thing. Oh, I can't remember, but anyway, we have GIMP, the imaging editor, Gwenview, all the usual stuff. Simple Scan, UF-RAW to handle RAW images. On the internet side, we have Chromium, which I'm going to definitely get rid of. FileZilla for FTP, secure FTP, etc. Firefox, Thunderbird Mail. I thought I got rid of that. I'll have to check that. I've also thought I got rid of Transmission as well. Oh well, I'll have to take care of that as well. XChat, Internet Relay Chat, has also been added. Office stuff. You have the full LibreOffice system: Base, Calc, Draw, Impress, and Writer. We also have GNU Finance Manager, which is another one of the additional packages that I put in. programming, Bluefish editor I also installed, sound and video. You have your CD DVD burner, Audacity has been brought down. You have the GNOME ALSA mixer, which I found is better. We have the sound juicer for CD audio extraction, VLC media player, loads of stuff on here. Basically this is now, with the exception of just a couple of packages which we have to install from outside the repository, we now have this system ready to rock, up and running in less than an hour. And that's pretty good by anybody's standards. So I hope that this buy-in has persuaded you to keep on with this series, and in the later videos we're actually going to learn some of the applications that come with the system and how to use them. So catch you in the next video. Bye!